All right, welcome everybody. Looks like we got a lot of people piling on here. I'm going to see if I can find Robin and make her an organizer to kind of help us manage the mics and everything. And you out there, Robin?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. Are you already an organizer?
No, I'm not.
Okay. I think I can search for you here. All right. All right. We'll get started here in just a second, guys.
Right.
Okay. So I guess I made you a co-host, Robin.
Okay, great.
All right, guys, so let's go ahead and begin. Welcome again for those that just joined us. Robin, are we able to have more than 100 people on here at a time?
Huh.
I see that it stopped at 100.
I think I thought it was 1,000, but
So
uh,
I think it maxed out at 100. We thought we could have 1,000 on here. So those that are listening to the replay that tried to get on, I apologize. Uh, we will get the replay out as soon as we can. So guys, let your teams know because we definitely had a lot more than 100 people hopping on and it maxed out at 100. So we'll have to look into that. But I'll go ahead and jump in. We'll push this replay out. And guys, we're really excited because we're about ready to turn on level 2 guerrilla online marketing strategies. I'm going to talk about that, what that means, not only what that means in terms of what is it, but also what it means to you guys. I'm just going to jump right in and start with what we see on the screen here. When you give people a clear path to create residual income that they can see themselves easily doing, you change lives. And I've seen it. I've been in the industry for over 20 years, not just in the networking industry. I even left that industry for a few years, did online marketing, but it's the same mentality, the mindset of success. When people can see it and they can see how they can do it, then it's pretty natural and it happens. It's when they don't see the clear path that you have an issue. So that's what today is about. I want to set this up by, I don't look this young anymore. I used to take a lot of photos when I looked real good, and I don't seem to find myself in front of the camera anymore as I age. It's just not as exciting. But I do need to push some new pictures out there to update them because you can see I look like a kid here. My kids next to me in the upper left-hand corner are just tiny. Now my daughter there on the right of me is going to college. But freedom is real, guys. These pictures were taken. In fact, this was the same week. I was playing with my kids out there on the beach in the summer of 2010 at a beach house that we rented for a week. And I invited some photographers that were going to film me and stuff because I wanted to do some branding. That's when I was into that kind of stuff a lot more than I am today. Now I'm much more low key in the way I do my marketing because I want it to be duplicatable and not everybody's going to do that. The picture of me there working behind the laptop, you see the beach there behind me. It's the same beach that I'm playing with my kids. My point is, and this was years after I had achieved that, but it was the first time in my life I was really demonstrating it to people saying, hey, this is like real and, this is what you can achieve. But my point is freedom is real, it's accessible, but not if you don't believe it. And this comes back to if you see a clear path, people are going to take it. Now, what freedom looks like to you might be different than what it was for me back then. Because for me, it was being able to play on the beach with my kids and then go in and get some work done and then, go play again out in the water. That to me was freedom at that time in my life. Now it looks a little bit different. My kids are older. And now obviously with the coronavirus issue, we can't even go to the beach here in Oregon, even if it was a nice day outside, which it's starting to get to be. But the point is, depending on what's going on in your life, freedom can look different, but we all want it. That's not the issue. The issue is people just need a clear path to do it, and that's what today is all about. Trish, who just enrolled with us last month, who's doing exceptionally well here in her first month, she really demonstrates freedom from another perspective. Even when you're early in this business, this is what freedom looks like for her at a given moment in her day. She posted this today. I just saw this come up. I mean, this is our lives. I just want this to be really understood. For those of you who aren't really woven into what we're doing yet, and you're on the outside looking in, creating this freedom lifestyle is real. What it looks like to you can be different depending on who you are and where you're at in your life. But freedom is obviously something everybody wants, to be able to do what they want with their day, to not have major financial limitations in their decision making, to not feel fear or anything when they look forward to the future financially, to be able to get up and kind of move around your day, being where you want, when you want. Everyone wants that. You get to define it how you want to. And I really want it to be really clear to you guys that that is real. It's how we live. I'm going to read this post from Trish, and then we'll move forward with you seeing a clear path to achieve it. Because I know when someone sees and understands a clear path that they can see themselves achieving and doing, they'll do it. It's natural. We all want it. It's just not being clear. So that's what today's about. But let me read this post from Trish. She says, I just saw this today. It just happened to come up because this is our lives, guys. She posts, I started off my day, this was today, working my home business inside. She had a little picture of her that she took of herself inside. But then the sun came out. I grabbed my laptop and moved outside. And this was a picture of her that she took outside. She posted this on Facebook. I just happened to see it. She goes, the sun and this breeze feels awesome on my body. I think I'm going to start some short Facebook videos of what I'm doing in my home business. Y'all can see how you can do it too. By the way, I'm loving it. I'm learning something new every day. Now, she's just been with us for a month, but this is what freedom is for her in this particular moment. When I became a nurse, I had to learn how to become a nurse. It didn't happen overnight. I'm learning a new skill today that will serve me in the future. Are you doing something different today that will change your future a year from now or 5 years from now? And this, what I really like about what Trish does for people is she doesn't just demonstrate like she did here what the experience of freedom looks like in her life, but also she really underscores how that starts in the mind. So I'm going to get to the tangible today, guys, but none of this will happen for you if you're so closed down that you can't even hear it. So that's why I wanted to read this to you. She wrote, have a mind that is open to everything and attached to nothing. She quoted Wayne Dyer, change the way you look at things and the things you look at change. Before change can happen in your life, you have to be open for change to occur. Let go of your limiting beliefs of how you think things should be. And she ends it with, I think, a quote that was from Ford, if you think you can't or think you can, either way, you're right. So as long as you're open, I'm going to show you a really clear path to achieving freedom, whatever that looks like for you. Now, I know most of you know this, and I don't say this to boast or brag. I share the results that I've gotten in the company so far, and I just started about 3.5 months ago. I share the results that I got because I want you to know where this information is coming from. What I'm doing clearly works. And I know I'm not going to friends and family and building my network that way. I'm not going to be telling you to make a names list. Nothing wrong with those old school strategies. And they obviously work. They built a multi-billion-dollar industry. But for a lot of people, that doesn't work. And it's not what worked for me. And so I'm going to show you another path that I know you all can easily see yourself doing. And if you want to do the old school tactics and strategies of going to friends and family, these kinds of things on top of what I'm showing you, or if that's something you're good at, awesome. I'm going to be showing you a different path. But I want to show you where the message and the strategy is coming from. These strategies work. In December, when I enrolled 214 people. And there in the first month, most of them were at the executive level. And this is just a snapshot of the leaderboard. In January, I think I was in the top 15. I started to devote my attention to building the system so you guys could duplicate it. Because I knew that the emails that I write and the presentations that I make and the funnel pages that Robin helps create and that she creates, the technical side and everything that she does on video for you guys, like that's something that not everybody can duplicate. So we had to put our time and attention to setting that up. But we still, are on top of the leaderboards here last month, February. This shows that I was third. This month in March so far, we're almost at the end of March. I'm listed as fourth at this time. Again, 49 enrollments this month, 49 enrollments last month. I share that with you because I want you to understand that when I lay out a strategy and a path for you to be able to just excel and to be able to build a distribution network, which is what we're doing here. I'm going to talk about that because, again, you need to be clear on what it is we're doing. It's not just a program. It's not just a company that, is in network marketing and, pays you commission checks. I want you to understand exactly what's happening. You're going to be clear today. And I'm sharing this with you because I want you to know that it works. What I'm showing you works. Okay, so let's, in the spirit of you being clear on this path for you to create freedom in your life, financial freedom, time freedom, I want you to understand the model. And I'm not going to go too deep into this because I want to get into our specific strategy today. But our specific strategy won't make sense to you if you don't understand what network marketing is and how it relates to the traditional business models that people are trained in schools to go work in. So network marketing is obviously the entrepreneurial side. So people aren't trained traditionally to have the mindset for it or understand what in the heck is going on. So let me make sure you understand this at the foundation. So a lot of times they call these a pyramid, right? But it's actually very false. Because I want you to notice that at the top, we have a guy named John. And then over here, we have Pam. And down here, we have Mike. And let's say this is me down here in the lower right-hand corner underneath John. Now, I'm not even underneath Pam. So, it's not a pyramid because Pam isn't going to make money from anything that I create. She didn't have anything to do with it. And she's not even on the same team. So that's one thing that makes it very different from a corporate pyramid, which is the traditional corporate structure. I want you to understand this. Now, Mike over here, let's say that's me, has the opportunity to build a large, listen carefully, listen very carefully. Mike over here, or you, wherever you are, have the opportunity to build a larger distribution network and make more money than John here up at the top. That is not true in a corporate pyramid, where you have the CEO at the top, the president, the vice presidents, middle management, supervisors, and then the employees down at the bottom. And of course, they're selling products or services down below that. And there might be other people that are kind of part of this income stream that are making money while they're in Bermuda or having fun on vacation that were a part of putting it together, investors and so forth. In this organizational structure, if you're somewhere in the supervisor or hardworking employee level, you do not have an opportunity in this structure, nor are you encouraged, supported, or assisted in any way, shape, or form to create value for this organization and end up, because of that, making more money than the CEO at the top. You cannot do that. In fact, if a hardworking employee ends up inventing something, this company will claim ownership of it, the CEO will make a ton more money, and that employee won't. In fact, I happen to know a story like that here in Oregon. In a tea company, a guy from India wanted to make a better line of chai. And so he gave the company his recipe. And the company ended up making tens of millions of dollars from that new chai tea line that employee created. He got a little plaque. The CEO got a huge bonus. That's very typical in a corporate pyramid. Now, if you want to work in a corporate pyramid, there's nothing wrong with that, but don't get confused about what's a pyramid and what isn't, just because the traditional educational system is obviously skewed towards creating a mindset and teaching people to fit into the existing power structure. Makes perfect sense. The people in power want you to be trained to support what they created, and that's in place. But what's cool about most of the free societies is we still have an opportunity. We have an opportunity to become entrepreneurial. We have an opportunity to create our own destiny. Network marketing is merely a path, a vehicle that makes it really, really simple for people to do that. Now, in both cases, whether you're talking about the corporate true pyramid or the network marketing model, you are in a structure, in both cases, you're in an organization that's goal is basically the same. It's to move products or services to the end consumer. That's all that's happening. It's just In the corporate pyramid, you're limited in terms of how much you can make. It's not that you can't move up the pyramid, but it's usually competitive. And if you bring a lot more value to the company, you're not rewarded anywhere close in the same way as you are if you bring more value to the company and the network marketing model. So why does the network marketing model often have some kind of negative stigma to it? Well, because it's open to everybody. So any ding dong can join it and do stupid stuff, and so that's why it makes sense. It's going to have people doing methods of building their business and so forth that a lot of people are going to be turned off by. There's no standard. There's no really, it's entrepreneurial. People get to do it however they want. And since a lot of people can enter at such a low bar, not everyone's going to be successful. We don't want, even though we have made it, I'm going to lay it out for you guys today. We have made it really, really easy for someone to participate. We even set a bar, like we have to put a line somewhere and say, look, if you can't meet this bar, if you can't meet these commitments, then we're not willing to have you on the team and to give you so much, because here's why teams can fail, whether it's in sports, politics, business, and certainly in network marketing. It's if you let anyone come along, you give all this value and time and energy to anybody, and then what ends up happening in that environment, the people who contribute the least take the most. Like if I allowed that, I'd be on the phone all day long, responding to emails all day long. Our customer support would be on the answering people all day long. And the majority of the people that I would be investing all my time all day into would be the same people who don't contribute anything. You can't have an organization like that. So we do have a very clear, I'll be clear what it is today, a very clear bar about if you want to benefit from everything I'm sharing with you, if you want to have our money, it literally is our money going into helping you build your income, which is literally what's happening, then you need to meet at least a bare minimum contribution. It's something anybody can do. It's easier than any other system I've ever seen put together, but we need to be very strict about it because we've set it so low. We are going to make it possible for anybody listening right now to succeed, but you have to bring something. And we're clear about what that something is. In network marketing teams, business teams, sports teams, political teams that don't succeed, it's never clear what people need to do in order to create a winning organization. It's going to be very clear for you guys today what you need to do if you want to be a part of the win. If you want to create freedom, the freedom lifestyle, financial freedom, time freedom, everything that this model promises, if you want our help, it's going to be very clear what you need to contribute, and it's very, very simple and easy. To understand it, let's now break down the compensation. Earnings disclaimer real quick. There are no guarantees regarding the income from the MyDailyChoice opportunity. And for those that don't know, MyDailyChoice is the parent company of Hempworx. The success or failure of each affiliate, like in any other business, depends upon each affiliate's skill set and personal effort. So, guys, this is 100% the case. What our strategy has done, though, is it allows you to leverage the collective effort of the team. But there's still no guarantee. If there was, this would be an illegal security by definition. In fact, even securities can't guarantee a result. It's, because then you're getting into a pyramid type, true pyramid structure, where you're guaranteeing, hey, if you pay money into this thing and don't do anything else, then you're guaranteed to get rich. That breaks down after a certain amount of time, and it's just not in the spirit of what it means to be a true entrepreneur. It's completely removed from the spirit of the positive side of capitalism and contribution. And so just from a philosophical perspective, our legislative arena hates it. And I understand why. It's just, it just doesn't really fit with what makes life worth living, to tell people, oh, just pay money into this thing and you'll get rich. So it just violates everything. So there's laws and socially, anything like that is looked down upon for good reason. And the economic reason is it's a pyramid. Only so many people can obviously enter into it, and then it fills up. That's not what we're doing. Now, we have given you a clear system and path to follow. to get a lot of help in qualifying for commissions, and I'm going to show you that today, if you just do your bare minimum contribution. But there's still no guarantee. There can't be. You got to look, and I would go as far as to say anyone looking to get rich doing nothing other than paying like a tiny amount of money into something, you're looking for like a chain letter or something that they used to have. It's just not who we're looking for. We're looking for people that are looking for a clear path to create a distribution network and create an amazing income with a company that's going to be here for decades to come. So you can create an amazing life for yourself. And you're looking to not have to do it on your own. You're looking for support. You're looking for a lot of support, perhaps. We're fine with that. You want to be able to leverage my marketing. You want to be able to leverage the team's marketing so you can grow it faster. That's cool. But you're also the kind of person that's saying, what can I contribute? And that makes sense to you. That's who we're looking for. So let me go into the compensation plan a little bit. I'm not going to go deep dive into it because I want to get into the strategy so you have a clear path for how we help you optimize this and capitalize on this without being on your own. But you need to understand enough of it to understand that strategy. So there is and I encourage you to study this thing. You don't need to know it inside and out, but spend some time with it. It's going to set you and your family up for life. So why not get familiar with it? You'll find it when you log into your MyDailyChoice back office. This is just a table of contents. One of the first sections is retail customers. I'm not teaching people how to retail products. I think it's awesome if you want to, but I'm teaching you how to build your own distribution network, how to leverage our entire team to be able to do that faster, to qualify for residual income. The retail aspect of this isn't residual, but it's certainly something as the years go on, and as this company becomes more and more well-known for its products, I imagine many, many people in our organization will be doing that, but it's not where our focus is right now because of the timing of the opportunity. For those that have seen some of my other presentations, they did 170 million in sales last year. They did 100 million in sales in 2017, 2018. They are entering into what we call critical mass. As the years go forward, I have no doubt they'll become $1 billion company, and there'll be a lot of brand familiarity, and there'll be a lot of people in the market who just want to purchase the products only. And at that time, it'll be easier to be a retailer of the product. And I imagine tons of product will be moved in my and your organizations from people who want to do that years from now. And if somebody wants to do that now, great, but that's not what our strategy is about. Our strategy right now is about building that distribution network, generating residual income, being in the right place at the right time, and being able to leverage the team effort and our marketing and our expertise and everything that we're giving you and helping you with, as I'll describe today, to be able to build a residual income. So part of the residual income, jumpstart bonuses are part of it. It's also something you get paid right off the bat when you're first getting started. So part of it isn't residual and part of it is. The way that works is it pays you a percentage of the total business volume that you bring in every month. So if you enroll people this month using our system, then you're going to get paid a percentage, rather high percentage, right off the bat to help you, with marketing expenses, to help you put money in your pocket. The part of it that's residual is when you bring people in and they start duplicating the system, as I'll explain today. When they're bringing people in, you're also getting a bonus, the jumpstart bonus, is you're getting a percentage of that as well. So that aspect of it is residual. So one aspect of it is what you get when you enroll people to put money in your pocket right away. The second part of the jumpstart is what it's paying down here. We see level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, level 6, and so on. As others that you refer people, and they refer people, duplicating the system I'll go over today, you're also getting residuals because you're getting paid on that as well. Now, what I wanted to bring your attention to, this red arrow says affiliate. It's only paying 25% to affiliates. So some people, and maybe you listening right now, have come in at the free affiliate level. And I'll be really underscoring today why I don't encourage that. I mean, that's your choice. But when you're coming at the free affiliate level, make sure your team understands this. First of all, you're at a major disadvantage in terms of what you get paid. You're only getting 25% commissions when you refer people. Second of all, you can't earn the binary and any of the other things that I'll be going over today, which is where the big money is at. And that's where the team effort helps you, is in the binary, which I'll talk about in a little bit. So you're just at a major disadvantage if you're coming in at the free affiliate level. We'll talk more about that today. But you can see here in the Jumpstart bonus, you're making a lot less as an affiliate. The builder is somebody who's purchased $40 BV or less. So again, you see they're only getting 30% commission, as opposed to directors getting 35%. If you come in at director, if you come in at executive, getting 50%. So ideally, someone is at executive, which we call level 2. We'll talk more about that today. So you're making more off the same effort. And that's really, really important. You're also going to get paid on a lot more levels on that residual income. Okay, so then there's the binary. And this is really the big deal, because this is where that big freedom lifestyle can come from. And this is where our strategy is really focused. Now, the strategy we put into play can help you capitalize on everything, as you're using our system to capitalize on all the compensation plans. But this binary compensation plan is the focus, because we'll talk about this today, when we're placing people underneath you in one leg, and then we allow you to even get your team helping you place people into your second leg, it is blasting off through the team effort, leveraging the entire team. It's blasting off 2 legs. And all you need in the binary is 2 legs to make massive income. As you can see, obviously these results aren't typical, but and then nor would they need to be or be expected to be. But those that achieve master affiliate, just in the binary is my point, can make $1 million a month in the binary. So I just look at this as, this has unlimited income potential, and you only need 2 legs. So we built our strategy, and I'll be going over that in detail today. We built our strategy around helping you drive down 2 legs. And again, as I was saying earlier, as long as you do the bare minimum contribution, and you're not trying to wiggle out of it or be weaselly about it. And by the way, guys, I got to say that because I need to protect those of you who haven't been an entrepreneur and people haven't tried to take advantage of your goodwill before. People will, when you offer a lot and you go the extra mile, like massively, like we're doing, even if you say, okay, I'm going to go the extra mile and give this incredibly generous gift to you, which is our strategy that we'll go over today in detail. When you say that, and even if you say, if you meet these really reasonable, simple commitments, you're going to have people go, well, here's all the reasons why I can't meet those commitments, but can you still give me all that incredibly generous stuff? It's going to happen. And you need to be very, very strong not to let your energy be taken up by such people. So as long as someone's willing to meet the bare minimum commitments, we're going to do insane amounts for their success, because this is set up, this whole compensation plan is set up where when we help people win, we win. But we don't want to help people win who are never going to contribute anything and don't give a damn. Because if we help them make money, we know they're not going to pay it forward. So that's what you have to be really careful of. We're asking people to do very, very little. And I'll be clear what that is today. And you need to be clear to your prospects, pre-enrollees, people who've signed up for free that are trying to wiggle their way in. You need to be very clear that they need to meet those bare minimum requirements, which we'll talk about today, if they want to reap the insanely outweighed rewards that we give in return. So binary, just understand it in its basic form. In order to qualify in the company, you just have to be doing 40. It says PV. Whenever you see PV, it's basically the same as BV. One stands for personal volume. The other stands for business volume. When you look at the products, when you're ordering products, it tells you what the BV or PV is for that product. So to put it in, they're all a little bit different, but to put it in perspective, oftentimes you'll see something that costs $69 being worth 40 BV or PV, to put that in perspective. So to qualify for the binary, you need to be doing 40 BV a month in purchase. You want to be building a relationship with the products yourself. That's part of the model. You should know the products. You don't have to. Again, you could be an affiliate earning jumpstart bonuses, right? There's that other compensation plan for free affiliates, but you're going to be on your own if you're doing it that way. If you're going to be getting our help, helping you build your binary, as I'm about to go over in a little bit, you need to be at the bare minimum of 40 BV auto ship. That's the minimum. Then you would needed to have, again, using our system, which I'll go over today, you will have referred someone in the left leg and the right leg, one or more people, for a total of 90 BV. So you needed to have contributed something. That's all. You needed to have contributed something. So you're doing 40 PV, and you've got someone on the left and someone on the right, or multiple people you've referred using our system that are doing a total of 90 BV in the left and right. Then you've contributed something. It's very, very small in comparison to how much help you're going to be getting from the team. Now, this down here includes the team help. So whether your upline brought them in, or whether your downline brought them in, or you brought them in, you start getting a monthly check in the binary, which is residual, meaning it just keeps on coming in from previous work. You get that no matter who brought them in. Once you get 300 business volume on the left and 300 business volume on the right and the legs. And we teach you how to use the tools to be able to control when you're using the system and you're referring somebody in, if they fall on the left side and the right side. Like, we'll talk a little bit about that today on when you want to focus on what. Now let's look over here at what you make. Again, if you're at the builder level, which is somebody just doing 40 or, well, you got to be doing 40 to even make it. So 40 PV a month to get the binary. You're only getting 10% payout. On this one, you get 10% of the weaker leg. That's how the binary works. 10%, that's a lot less than if you're a director, 12%. It's the same work. It's the same effort. If you're an executive, it's 15%. So usually when I refer to the binary, I think of it in terms of 15%, even though we do let people come into our system at director and get 12%. You're going to be able to make a lot more off the same efforts and make more off of the business volume coming in from your upline if you're at executive. But again, you would at least be a director. We're setting this up so even if somebody is in a really dire situation financially, they can benefit. I'm going to come back to the binary, and when I talk about the strategy and how the team helps you qualify for the binary, that's what makes what we're doing so extraordinary. And so I'm going to come back to that, but I do want you to have a basic understanding of the entire compensation plan, because it's how you get paid, and you're getting paid in multiple ways as you're focused on the strategy we're setting you up in. Let me say that again. We're focused on a strategy that helps you optimize the binary, and you're able to leverage the team effort to optimize the binary. But as we're doing that, you're making money from these other compensation structures at the same time. So there's leadership check matching. And this is actually one of the main drivers of why upline like me are so motivated to help you get to an income. You want that. You want upline. You want there to be things built into the compensation plan to incentivize the upline to help you get to an income. This is one of them. And this is really why our strategy of helping people build two legs is so exciting, and why it's just ideal. So again, it's called leadership check matching bonus. I don't like to talk about builder because that's someone, at the extreme low level, but because they're going to get paid less off the same effort and the same volume even your upline's helping you get. Directors getting 25% matching bonus. Executives are getting 30%. Same effort, 30%. And down multiple levels too, meaning people you referred and they referred and they referred and they referred. What this is referring to is you're getting a percentage of the binary check that people in your team have gotten. So when I show you the strategy today of how we're helping you, and it's built in to help people build 2 legs and start making binary checks, it's really exciting if you've decided to take a leadership role and really pay attention and really make a lot of money here, because it's a win-win as you're helping people just by understanding what's going on, understanding they need to be making their commitments. Like, you're just referring them back into the system and making sure they understand all of this, referring them to calls like this. Just by doing basic, easy stuff like that, it's a